In the Serengeti Game Reserve in Tanzania, a vast wilderness, there is an old man named Makonde. Mr. Makonde is a former ranger who has been with the game reserve for more than 50 years, from his youth to his old age. During that time, he has devoted himself to protecting wild animals from illegal hunting. People in the Serengeti respect him as a living legend for his perseverance and kindness. Even after retirement, he still volunteers to drive his old car to patrol every day. Young staff in the game reserve often come to him for guidance because of his profound knowledge. The elephants, lions, giraffes, zebras, and rhinos are all loved and cared for by him. In particular, he pays great attention to the old animals in the safe area where they rest. Despite his declining health, Mr. Makonde has never let the pressure of age stop him. The weather in the Serengeti has become more severe recently, with temperatures forecast to reach 45 degrees Celsius. Early that morning, the sun was high and shining fiercely across the reserve. The hot air caused many animals to seek shelter under the large trees. However, Mr. Makonde was determined to make the trip to check on the condition of the rhino that had been injured the day before. He drove to the bushy area where the rhino was recovering. The car slowly rolled on the rough road in the middle of the dry grassland. The sweltering heat blew into the cabin, causing him to sweat continuously. When he arrived, he stopped the car and got out, trying to observe the rhino from a distance. The rhino still looked weak, a long wound had not yet healed. Mr. Makonde gently approached to check on its condition. His eyes were filled with worry and love for this large but vulnerable creature. Suddenly, he felt a sharp pain in his chest. The pain spread, making him dizzy and unable to react. He fell to his knees in the grass, sweat pouring out and his face pale. His two colleagues, Elijah and Musa, were taking care of the zebras nearby when they heard a faint call. They rushed over and saw Mr. Makonde collapsed on the ground. Elijah bent down to check his pulse, realizing that his heart was beating erratically. Musa searched for his heart. The confirmation that he could not be saved rang out in sorrow, ending a glorious life. Many staff members rushed over to hear the news, their faces bewildered. They knew that the reserve had just lost a spiritual pillar. The sad news was reported to his family, everyone was choked up. According to Mr. Makonde's wishes, the funeral will be held right at the reserve. Everyone discussed and prepared a ceremony according to the indigenous people's ritual. Old memories. Musa quietly lit an incense stick, praying softly. Suddenly, a roar rang out from the sanctuary's gate. Everyone turned around in panic, realizing a large male lion was approaching. It slowly walked through the crowd, its eyes filled with majesty and mystery. Everyone was scared, quickly looking for a place to hide. The lion growled as if to announce its presence, but did not Elijah as if expressing his pain. The group stopped at a place with a large shade tree and green grass. They began to dig a quiet grave, gently placing Mr. Makonde in it. The entire sanctuary held its breath, witnessing the final farewell. Elijah and Musa placed a stone with his name engraved on it at the head of the grave to commemorate his 50 years of service. The local people held a prayer ceremony, hoping that his soul would rest in peace in eternity. The lion stood by the grave, bowing its head for a long time without taking its eyes off him. Then it roared loudly, echoing throughout the fields. The roar was heartbreaking, like the tragic cry of someone who had lost a benefactor. After a while, the group quietly left, leaving only the lonely lion behind. The sun gradually set, dyeing the Serengeti sky red. The image of the lion by the old man's grave was deeply engraved in everyone's mind. The next day, the reserve temporarily suspended all bustling activities to commemorate him. Many people came to burn incense, place wild flowers by the grave, and pray for him to rest in peace. Occasionally, people saw the lion return to visit the grave, quietly contemplating. For it, Mr. Makonde was the one who gave it the chance to live, and now it is repaying its gratitude by commemorating him. Elijah and Musa also often it is repaying its gratitude by commemorating him. Elijah and Musa